Hey everyone, welcome to your Universe Z, the place where we talk all about the Dragon Ball universe. Today we are going to go through Goku awakening his forbidden transformation. And if you would like to see more Dragon Ball content, please leave your like and subscribe to join our Universe Z. Certainly, seeing transformations happening in Dragon Ball gives us a huge feeling of joy. After all, regardless of whether it's a transformation that required only willpower and the desire to become stronger or something that took a lot of training to achieve, being pushed to its limit, we can still feel the goosebumps on our arms when we see an epic song playing while the characters are completely amazed by what accompanies it. When Goku, whether in anger or entirely determined to defeat his opponent, starts glowing and changing the color of his hair, fans always go wild. And this is not just something from Dragon Ball, as practically all shounen go through the same thing. Probably the best known currently for this next to Dragon Ball are One Piece, Kimetsu no Yaiba and Naruto, with such a huge amount of inspiration for these new forms, but, as a consequence, more difficulty in achieving and maintaining them for a long time. Surely you have seen something like a transformation that cannot be maintained for more than a specific time or that ends up taking its user's life with it. Or, then again, maybe that the condition for transforming was something much more absurd than usual, like hurting your own feelings to awaken a great power, like the Uchihas, or hurting yourself to achieve such a form, to the point of almost dying, like Luffy's Gear 5. But could something similar happen to Goku? Something like a transformation that requires not only a dangerous condition for that to happen, but perhaps his own life in exchange? Will Ultra Instinct be his last form, or is there something yet to come for our protagonist? That's what we'll talk about in today's video. Despite its importance in the current Dragon Ball Super scenario, Superior Instinct is still being proven to be beatable by the right opponents. The most recent Dragon Ball Super arc showing Granola against Goku proves this, where the latter loses despite using mastered Superior Instinct. And to top it off, later on to Frieza himself. Despite losing, the importance of Superior Instinct in contemporary and future Dragon Ball remains. Undoubtedly, Superior Instinct and its successive forms will become the pinnacle of Goku's strength for some time to come. However, an important question remains: what comes after Superior Instinct for Dragon Ball's Goku? One of the most logical advancements for Goku after Superior Instinct is being promoted to the role of one of Dragon Ball's angels. The introduction of Ultra Ego Vedira further suggests this, seemingly placing the two as successors to Whis and Beerus. While thematically it is a great choice for the future of the two, this would likely come at the end of Dragon Ball's story. As a result, Goku would still be using Superior Instinct until the final moments of the franchise. Even in a scenario where Goku and Vedira find themselves starting these divine roles early, Dragon Ball will likely end soon after. Goku's journey of strength and fighting against top opponents becomes almost irrelevant from the point where he has true, divine power. While certainly a possibility and, depending on who is asked, a probability, the godhood promotions for Goku and Vedira are probably not the pre-final story power UPS the two will receive. Another possibility is a way to further increase the Superior Instinct transformation. This would be similar to how Dragon Ball portrays the relationship between the Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Blue transformations. Perhaps by the method of combining ki or combining transformation, a new variant of Superior Instinct could be created. Though autonomous Superior Instinct is already a possibility at the end of Goku's journey, this new variant may exist as a midpoint between mastered and autonomous Superior Instinct. Significant criticism of this may be the independence that Superior Instinct has had as a transformation line so far. For example, Superior Instinct only seems to require reaching a certain power and mental level under specific circumstances. In other words, the form does not require Super Saiyan, Super Namekusajin, or any other transformation or power-up. Muddying the waters with Superior Instinct being synergistic with other transformation lines may upset some fans of the franchise. Also, it is unclear where Superior Instinct stands in the hierarchy if it starts relying on Super Saiyan or other transformation lines. A final and more likely scenario is that there is simply nothing after Superior Instinct. Goku will eventually learn autonomous Superior Instinct, and this will be his most powerful form in the rest of Dragon Ball. Although a bit disappointing, it would be nice to finally end Goku's journey to become the strongest while the series creator, Akira Toriyama, is alive to see it. Its course of action would also cement Superior Instinct, and potentially, Ultra Ego, as the most powerful transformation, in the entire franchise. The main flaw with this would obviously be the portrayal of the villains and the true threats they pose. With Superior Instinct being used to answer all the problems, some fans may criticize the lack of creativity or progression in the fighting department of the franchise. On the writer's side, establishing an intimidating and troubling villain is difficult to do when they must first prove themselves stronger than Superior Instinct. That initial superiority is a key style of the series' preferred building technique for its villains. While no one knows for sure right now, Dragon Ball's Goku will likely ascend beyond, combine with something else, or perfect Superior Instinct as his next power. While the latter essentially suggests that Superior Instinct is the final form that Goku will use throughout the series, this is certainly a possibility. Although the series constantly pushes its heroes and villains to more and more limits, Superior Instinct and Ultra Ego may represent the series' power peaks. While understandably disappointing to some fans, it would be the most appropriate way to represent both forms. However, there could be even more ahead, not only with what was presented in the Dragon Ball Super manga, but especially when looking at what might come in the new season of the anime, which is still unknown whether it will be just an adaptation of the manga or something original. When we think about a sequel to Dragon Ball Super, besides assuming that Goku will perfect his control of the Superior Instinct and eventually gain an angel form, will we also get a special transformation of Goku, a forbidden one, that he can only use in extreme moments where it is life or death? I mean, in tournaments, even if a new transformation is gained, the character will always seek to win, but there is no real danger to life. The most that can happen is that some character will suffer a lot during a fight until he finally gives up or loses consciousness, as is expected. On the other hand, this transformation could only happen if Goku was facing an opponent who wanted to kill some friend of his or destroy the Earth, forcing him to go much further than normal, something that always happens during these scenes and archetypes. So when we get into an arc of this style, with Goku being forced to be pushed to his limit once again, when his most powerful form is still not enough to defeat his enemy, he could awaken a new form. Just as occurred with Luffy for Gear 5, where he practically died so that he could transform, the same could happen here. Or, perhaps, something like Naruto's Baryon mode, where there is a great sacrifice in exchange for this power, and it can be used only once. That could happen here as well, with our protagonist reaching even greater power, greater than anything we've ever seen in the entire franchise. Jumping up against other characters like angels and overcoming them with ease, completely scaring them off when they see the aura emanating from Goku. In this way, he could beat his opponent, but at a very high cost. It could be his life, but there are still the dragon spheres. It could be something as part of him, like a transformation or some great energy, we don't know yet. But certainly, whatever the sacrifice was for that transformation to be achieved, it would not be something easy to deal with. Whether it was something physical or something that would cause Goku mental harm, affecting his feelings and heart, we can only theorize and wonder how powerful and what he could look like with such an epic transformation. But what about you? Would you like to see Goku achieve such a unique form, only being able to use it once? Maybe with a fight along the lines of Dragon Ball Z, with a sense of real danger in our skins? Let us know what you think in the comments. That's it. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any suggestions for videos, don't forget to comment here below, because I'll be reading all of them as I always do. Also, don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any content from your Universe Z.